talk a little bit more about that on our post-match discussion. And we're back again. So that game, wow. It was literally just a case of Sijing, you weren't allowed to play cards anymore.
Yeah, he just didn't get to play his deck.
Yeah, having that Max C on that turn 1 in game 3 completely made the match for Alexander. Alexander would have been in an absolutely horrendous position had he not been able to basically shut down the turn from Singh.
Yeah, I mean, it was the Max C and then into the Kaiju as well.
He had the Kaiju for the Arrow Mage, so he could actually...
Either of those not existing would have been totally fine. Like, if he didn't have the Kaiju that he drew off the Max C,
yeah, I mean, he tried to salvage it the best he could, and then his opponent just happened to have the Kaiju.
Yeah, absolutely.
That he drew from the Max C.
Yeah.
So again, it's a case of don't take the Max C challenge unless you're going to win that turn.
Well, again, just passing with just the Whiptail wasn't great, but he went for Broad Ball, get the search, because he's like, my opponent gets a card, I get a card, then dried, then he just tribute summoned, didn't he? So he basically only gives his opponent 2 cards off of that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But there are decks currently out there that could make you draw your entire deck by taking the Max C challenge.
Oh, the synchro decks using multiple Cypher Omegas and Level Leader.
Have you ever actually seen that happen in person?
Not in person, no.
It's the best thing ever. Because they play Max C, and then I've actually heard people say, "Are you sure you want to do that?" and asking them if they'd like to take it back before just going, okay, and then immediately making them draw the
This is going to take about 30 minutes, so you might want to put the kettle on. You're going to deck out.
Oh, I love it when things like that happen. Okay, shall we have a look at the stats tool now that it is live?
Yeah, so let's have a look at the round 1 deck breakdown. There we go. So this was right at the start of the event. As expected.
Yeah.
Zoo up at the top.
Huge shoe showing for Zoo there.
Yeah, so
our Magician Pendulum that we've just kind of seen, again, not quite make it. We've only seen it win once so far on stream.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think we've seen it win at all. We saw it draw once.
Oh, yes, that was correct.
Against Samir.
Yeah. And then into this round.
That's the end of day 1. This was what our decks looked like. So
yeah, you could just look at the conversion rate on some of those decks, just getting absolutely hammered in this tournament.
Still kind of unchanged. And then we cut to the top 256, or as close as with the number of points that people have.
Yep.
And this is what it looks like.
Wow, yeah. You said the Pendulum deck ended up in the other section now.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
Metal Foes. There's 4 Metal Foes still running about.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
super interesting.
Tricking Dino. Still a pretty good deck that I do enjoy watching. Zodiac Kaiju, the fact that it's got enough Kaijus in it to be called Zodiac Kaiju is quite nice to see that it's still in there. I believe that was actually in the other pile just before we got 2 here.
Yeah, it will have been.
So it's just a huge showing for Zodiac and for True Draco.
Yeah. So, yesterday we saw this kind of happen. We've been seeing the Zoo decks winning and winning and winning in the feature match.
Now, let's have a look at our country breakdown and see who we still have in contention.
Yeah, so at the start of round 1, this is what it looks like.
Huge showing for Germany, then the United Kingdom, France, Netherlands, Italy, Belgium, Switzerland, Spain, and Sweden, and then a lot of other countries that have come over.
Yeah, so the end of yesterday.
Again, we saw quite a conversion rate where Germany had lost more than half of its players.
Yeah.
France was actually a very good conversion rate as far as I can see.
Yeah,
France has gone up. UK lost nearly 2/3 of its players on day 1.
Yeah. And then going into day 2 now. Whoosh, big change.
Definitely. Germany again losing another 50% of what they had left. France still actually with a very good conversion rate.
Yeah.
France is doing extremely well.
Good number of UK players. Usually by this point we're like 4 players left.
Yeah, we're usually gone at this point.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to see that we still have quite a big showing for France, because although we do have a French European champion currently, it's not often that we see a strong showing from that country.
Is Samir still in contention?
I believe he
yes,
is.
He's got to win out though.
Oh, so he's basically on the bubble.
Yeah, he's on the bubble at the moment.
He is on the bubble.
For anyone not knowing what the bubble is, it's basically if you lose any match at this point, you're out. So you're essentially on a very soft piece of ground.
So can we have a quick look at our top 16 tables?
Yeah.
Do we have the tables on there?
Tables.
Yeah.
Tables for this round.
Yeah, I want to see who's playing against each other. Yep, there they are.
Zodiac.
So we've got Zodiac sitting at the top of our top.
Yeah, so actually, these are all of the
top 5 tables there.
Yeah, these are all of the designated seating tables from the
VIP system.
VIP system. Yeah.
I got you.
And Marcello was there as well.
Yeah, so I think Marcello is he's the only table that isn't a VIP table. Yeah, that's the only non-VIP table. So
just
I
under
think
him.
that is table 1, in fact. So table 5 is actually table 1.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And Jai Sharif is on table 2.
Yeah. So table 2 being table 6.
Yeah. Tom Brado.
Yeah, from Israel. Let's go down to
Joshua Schmidt.
Yeah, here's Joshua Schmidt.
Up on table 13.
Yeah, so table 13, probably about table 5 or so. But yeah, a lot of Zodiac.
Oh, just a quick one actually. Matt, could you explain what the VIP system is?
Yes. So the VIPs are the national champion winners, and they were given additional pricing, so they get like guaranteed seating and just some extra perks for when they came to the event.
Yeah.
So we also did interviews before VIPs as well.
Yeah.
On the stream.
Yeah, there was also a couple of people that got kind of a VIP ticket, so not necessarily a national champion winner, but they do get the ability to have their own seating, and they get a small goodie bag as soon as they got here. I think that they won that through one of the events. I'm not quite sure which event that was that they won that through.
The VIP one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's national champions.
You won it in national championship.
Yeah, national champions or Dragon Duel national champions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So that was actually a very fun round. I believe that we were in time our feature match, and we usually start just a little bit after the event. So we'll see whether we can get an interview. If not, we'll see you the next round.